What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to some more Vicky 3 as the Federation of the Americas. We're going to see if we can get through the last 15 years here, hoping for no crashes or anything like that. So we're going to slow down our game speed a little bit to see if we can work things out here. All right, I want to do this United Construction Conglomerate Company, and I want the game to not crash. See what else there is. Land trade capacity is pretty good. Power plant throughputs are good. Livestock, munitions, and arms industry. Okay. We should have one for the canal that we have. There's a lot of really good companies here. Formation speed could be useful, but we're not going to be doing too much war, I don't think. Let's go ahead and get the construction throughput. Actually, we're not even using our construction capacity right now. Can't really afford to use our current construction capacity. I mean, it's good, but I think there's better. I do think there's better. We do have a bunch of excess steel already. Infrastructure, munition plants. Let's go through the throughput. If we do get our economy fixed and we get back up to the highest rates here, we will enjoy having that. But for now, we're just going to kind of ride some stuff out here and make sure we get a handle on a couple of things. Namely, our debt, right? We've got 75 million in debt, 70K in interest. Let's get that stuff paid off here. We also have room for some other taxes. These are going to be a lot of very valuable taxes here. All right, and with that, I think let's do a couple things here. We are in the late game. I want to make sure that we're doing all right as far as our economy here. Let's fix some things. So we need more of these automobiles. Was that what we were doing before the game crashed? I think it was. Let's go and find our motor industries. And I want to turn some of you into cars. So turn the pause to a car place. Let that take over and we'll see what happens. Making 1 million with all of our construction turned off. I'm going to go ahead and just turn on all of our auto expansion. If we're deriving value from our things, we should expand them, and we will just only manually input whenever we think we need to. Because we're now privately owned. Everything we have should be privately owned as a command economy, which does mean it's going to be hard to keep up with everything, but oh well. Barracks. We could probably reset production in this one state here. Urban centers. Let's make sure we're doing this. And then arcades. There's some states that don't have everything we need. Modern ports. Let's turn coal-fired on. And we'll have to deal with the shortages this will probably bring to us, because I expect some shortages here. So make sure anywhere that has a coal mine has the ability to produce more if it is profitable. All right, throw that in there. And how do we look? We're still making money even with our construction turned up. That is good. That is good. Awesome. As far as war, I think our last thing we're going to be doing is getting basically Angola and Brazil to be united under us. It's 45 infamy and 70 infamy, respectively. So it's going to be an uphill battle. If we get their Liberty Desire down, that should help a lot in that department here. So let's make sure we improve with these guys. And there is quite a conglomerate of support independence in play here. Portugal's going down. We also have our other nation of the Marina Kingdom here who is stuck with very high stuff here. Okay, we will deal with those as we queue up more and more construction things. And let's just manage our things. So we should now be getting a bunch of income tax from government-owned dividends here, right? Yeah, we do lose a lot here, but we make more than we lose, which is the command economy in play. If you can get the command economy running really well, you make a ton of money. which is quite good. In fact, we should maybe, let's consider going to proportional graduated taxation, just to keep kicking our standard of living up higher and higher and higher and higher. So you have 10% excess for the lower strata. What are your needs that's not getting met here? Probably oil. Speaking of oil, we should have oil rigs that we can build. Turn those on. And let's make sure those are automatically expanding. Why would you... That only if they're needed? Like, how does that work for government administration? Is it when you need, like, tax capacity? That has me curious. So you have 2 defiant subjects. They don't really like us too much here. Getting their relations up will help a little bit. And I think what I want to do is almost get my other colonies to go to full-on colony status. And consequences be damned if these guys don't like that. South Africa does give us a lot. So Congo, French Congo. We need to save up like 3 or 4 mandates here. Alright, we need to get rid of Haiti. Haiti is just costing us more than it's worth. All things considered. How are you doing? Your puppet status. Powerful embassy, so we could kill Costa Rica. Infamy is not a lot. I'd rather deal with Brazil and the other guy with my infamy. The concern here is, are these guys ever going to tick down, you know? Like, I don't know if it's likely that we're going to get them into a good, stable orbit with us. We have 11 members. It's Portugal, Java. Why did we get Isaac? Is that a Portuguese subject? I guess Portugal's been expanding over here. Indirect subject and all that stuff. Let's make sure you like me then, if you are my subject. Java's a good indirect subject. Let's go and get the defense in depth bonus. So we are picking up that thing. Sea lane strats. Yeah, we're getting quite a few laws here. Curious to see how close we get to finishing all of our laws. We're definitely not going to finish all of them. We get spread as soon as something is researched. We do have a nationalist here. But that only affects supremacy stuff. Be prepared. Don't know what that is, but we are prepared. I guess it's because we got our... Oh, it's a food security thing. Having, like, national arms, or whatever, national army, while being prepared to stop, like, a famine. It's a good little bonus. How do we pick up the other stuff for home affairs? Is it because we're using the national army? Land of plenty. Are we having an election? Oh, didn't expect that. Alright, there's our government stuff there. The only thing we can do is go guaranteed liberties here. But I think we're fine with our mobilizable pop. Investment pool, government construction, okay. All right, let's go and swap out our mandate here. So we're going to lose stalls and some political stuff, but in return, I'm thinking we go for the agriculture. Don't need the convoys. We have a huge excess of convoys. Could see migration attraction. But I think for our purposes, let's get the food and just crank up our standard of living. Let's look at our trade stuff as well. Also, let's go ahead and turn on Trade Nexus here so we can boost that. And how close are we to passing GB? We are very close to passing them in terms of prominence. Let's help our trade routes be a little bit more competitive. Let's ditch some of the ones that are losing money. We don't need to be losing things. Now North German seems to be winning a lot here. It's weird how it's like we are losing, but suddenly it's not. Oh, don't crash, please. Fuck. Okay, Speed 5's not working for us. We're not going to be playing this out on Speed 4, my friend. Speed 4 it is. This will be a long one. All right. Bring you guys back once we're back in the game. All right, we are back. What have we lost? Have we lost progress here? No, looks like we're all right. Do we want to do any more trade route stuff? Well, let's get one from the British here. Okay. Speed 4, we're going to play that out. Speed 5 seems to be a little bit risky for us. Let's max out our oil production here. It's just going to be profitable enough for us to accept everything. Throw it in the queue. And just let it run. Prestige, 5%. Is that going to be enough to send us to number 1? I would hope so. Get rid of a traditionalist. Who can we invite here? Ooh, this is another one that could crash our game, so let's pause. So I want some kind of authoritarian guy, because we're still hoping for gas streetlights and other stuff. Hoo-wee. This menu is so terrible. Okay, we invite that guy. Then we get off in the game, just goes very... I don't know why that menu in particular just destroys my frames. But it does for some reason, so... we'll need to figure that out. Probably need to build more iron mines. Let's let our stuff churn. Ensure political strength per legitimacy. I'll take legitimacy here. How are our movements here? So fascist movement's going to spawn... what? Just this ideology? The fascist ideology? Integralists? Okay. Corporatists. Haven't seen that. Traditionalist Catholic values and governance. This is the reactionary movement that's going to lead to... I want the authoritarians from this. Let's get some authoritarians in power here. Man, I just want to... let's get to the turn of the month, and then we're going to go to Speed 5. Oh, so we're at war? Are you not... you need to attack. Silly me. Use the automobile instead of the engines. Good. And we're paying off our debts. All right, let's go. Speed 5. Got to be careful when navigating the menus. Need to keep an eye out for authoritarian people in power of our government here. Private construction that terrible? Yes, it is. Yeah, everything into private or into public. Angola demands independence. Well, fine with this. Well, Angola, we are going to take Bahia. And we are going to take Paraiba, Rio Grande del Norte, Pernambuco, Rio, Minas Gerais, Rio Grande del Sur, how much did I take from I think that's everything. And let's just call our armies in. We should just be able to beat them straight up, I think. Unless they call in a lot of people. And that is also considering the fact we have the South African Corps here. That can be useful as long as our 10th American Army, wherever they are. Right, and here comes some more embargoes against us. People just generally don't like us. Who could have thought? We're number one great power and prestige. We've jumped up. Portuguese rats. What's the... This is Portugal. What is this? This is Portuguese Namaqualand. And I want Portuguese Harrowland. Guess I can't take it. Whatever. We need conscripts? Probably not. Take our 15 stack. We're gonna just win this. Our navy should just be superior. Blanket statement here. There's machine guns. Get defense or get this guy stalwart. What could be stalwart defender? V6 down. Get some populist support here. Stop! Stop, please! Oh, God. There we go, okay. Let's go and invade Portugal directly. Let those armies just push. I don't know why all these guys are like, we can totally take you. Like, we're kind of destroying anyone that gets involved against us. Let's get another guy in here just so we can push a little bit faster. Front lines? Just, again, I just question the system, man. It's kind of garbo. How many times I gotta beat your fleet up here? You should flee now. We're losing this one. Okay. Go and stop here, and we're gonna take our wonderful little 77 stack and try with that guy instead. I think we'll have better results. If I had to hazard a guess here. And Brazil is down to 2 little states here, which is good. So let's go ahead and incorporate those new states. Which is you and you, and then we just go up the coast here. And you don't have access to power plants, I assume. Domestically. There we go. There's a front over here? I guess you can go to that front. I'd rather go to this front, but works for me. Let's make sure all of our buildings are doing what we want. Maybe we want to make sure we're subsidizing all railways. We are. There goes Portugal. That's a done war. Just turn on automation everywhere. And let it run. Back to losing money. It's because we're what? Got a war brewing against the UA uprising. I can't even reach you. If I could reach you, I'd go and help, but there is no reaching there. Who are we at war against? Okay, that guy. In that case, just take this guy, put him on the Americano. We're losing $1 million a fucking month. Which was going to handle it. Here we go. And we're going to stand down our armies here. Britain will pay us a lot for the stuff we're exporting. Let's make sure we pause while we're in this window. Remember how terrible it was. Do we still have excess of... No, we're pretty close to having... Sort of peasants. Patagonia. Turn that thing on. Like a lot of these places just don't have the manpower to work the thing. So we need to free up more manpower is what I'm hearing. Well, there's one way we can do that. Might as well already turn it on. Let's make sure we're doing refrigerated or not doing it that way. Now is the time where we start seeing the consequences of our actions. Gas street lights, then back to normal. Let's see how this causes our shortages to interact. Free up a bunch of workable pop. We should be able to employ a lot of people. We have free transport around our places, so should be fine. Let's go tractors for everybody. Not assembly lines, because don't want to waste oil on something that's not going to make us a profit. Or is unlikely to make us a profit, I should say. Probably all of you want to be on rayon. You can always zoom with an automatic if you have it. And this will impact us. Expand our South African administration. Use some authorities, fine. Bonus throughput. Let's turn off any bad trade routes here. American South Africa will become a company now, a colony now. Cool. We have full colonies in this region. Local governor. And all that's left is our Brazilian subject, and we'll have full control over South America. And we never incorporated the islands here. Let's make sure we do that. No, we did. Antarctic whaling. Oh. The Jazz Socialist Revolt will do what? Protectorate if we take your lands? Sure. What war have you called me in against? This area's been full sieged. Okay, well. See what this can do. GDP probably did drop down a ton. Yeah, we just eliminated probably 70 million in value by doing that swap over. But it is going to free up a lot of people to go and move around and work in different markets. Speaking of markets, we need a bunch of coal. Sure, they're getting built. Trust the process. That is what we're going to do. We're going to trust the auto expansion as it slowly indebts us to the world. Let's try naval invasion of the Jazz and see if it works. Egypt should be weak without their main flotilla here. What are you trying to do? Let them control their own market. You do not want to have your own market, I promise you that. can only think about that because you are currently isolated because of the invasion. You are building a port. So this war that's been going on here, it's been going on for like ages. It has. Liberate Liberia. So you want to liberate a bunch of stuff. Morocco, Cambodia, Liberia, Futa-Jalone. All of the British lands looks like they're going to be taken. Well, some of them, I should say, not all. So you've been full annexed because of a thing with Britain that I can't really free you from. Unless I can invade this? No. Well, let's do a little invasion down here and just see if we can't take everything. We've caused a problem. These guys should be able to fight us back here unless we keep pushing fast enough. Did we just take all of Egypt? Because they can't move. Frontline system, man, it works perfectly. Don't ask any questions. Now watch it happen to us. They're going to take back everything. Oh, never mind. If we just full occupy, wow. Okay, now that's a free subject for us. Second university. And we have our Jazz Revolt. There we go. Welcome. My lovely protectorate. What is this for? Oh, it's the Cuban uprising in Haiti. We're sending men to deal with it. Let's make sure you get like a 5 railway thing. Guyana, you need some railways. Run to Del Sur, you need some railways. Let's make sure there's railways. How close are we to getting this done? One more exploit in the Amazons and we're good. Macron Communist Revolt will become our subject. Where are you? We're fighting Bengal. I don't need that. We are spreading communism everywhere, though. By a lot of just being the big communist power. Got a cool looking flag. Our 6 stars here with a bunch of just different colored lines. Those lines probably mean something in hypothetical lore, but hell if I know. Alright, the real question is when can we attack Brazil here? And unite our lands. Make our borders beautiful. Also, we have another subject here. How's Portugal doing? Need to make sure they still end up liking us. Spain gets a lot more powerful in these patches than they have in the past ones. In the past, they were always just kind of irrelevant, but now they're relevant. Alright, let's get our economy fixed. Don't like the situation we're in right now. $100K in interest is not ideal. So we'll pay this stuff off. More radios. Let's go and force some coal to be built. If we can produce coal, we should make coal. At least domestically, and then we'll, if we need it later on, we'll do more. Ceylon! That's an interesting one. That I will do. As we go and fight Britain. Do I regret this? I don't think I do. Probably take this fast enough that it's not going to matter. Britain's having a revolt anyway. We are going to lose a lot of very profitable trade routes, though. It's just its own kind of concern. It's a socialist revolt. I'm in favor of this. Let's go be economic imperialism. Just got to win the other revolt before that one happens. Which we should. I think. Loyalists. There's a pipeline. I don't want to pay 2,000 permanently for it. Where to next? Let's just make sure we keep taking some lands here. We'll keep this. There's a 48th British Army stuck in the middle of our region. This is our interest right here. We're going to enforce our system of governance upon the British, which is just beautiful. Make sure we don't do the same one that we're invading here. I want to invade the West Country. So we'll be just fighting against our own troops here. Every time we lose a battle, we'll lose progress. And that's no fun. But we get a free subject out of this. So I gotta improve with them. Also, they are building themselves a port to get market access. We are getting naval invaded. Cancel this. Please come home. Gary, come home. You are in the area. I think we'll get there in time. Hope we'll get there in time. Two days? 2 days. Okay, we got it. There goes the British. Helps when you actually have a landing site on the island to start with. We've been invaded here. Go ahead and take our navy and get this back. Need to full occupy this. So you're not getting any degree of autonomy here. I literally just need these guys to capitulate. Did we just finish our... We did get the high tier combustion engine. We have 8 years. Don't know if we can finish everything, but we can try. Military, of course, will be last. It's all kind of the spread RNG, I think, is what's going to come into play here. But the big thing here is I can go and do this here, which is massive. But welcoming the oil shortage that this is going to cause us is going to also be problematic. Maybe it's time for some oil imperialism. Alright, I want to keep our 15k army. Just station them in our home. When did that get occupied? Come on. We can't really negotiate a solution here. But we're going to kind of be drawn into a war against our former friends. We're soon to be friends. You just stay in Ceylon. Alright, they took down. So we'll win both wars pretty soon. Because this nation's going to cease to exist, right? And there we go. We get our republic out of it just in time. We can take on their debt. Help out the Ceylon people. What do you have that I can build and profit from? Do you have oil here? You don't. That's fine. Alright, you sir, I need to kill somebody. Need someone with oil. Part of Russia. Oh, we have a huge surplus of oil. Never mind. Never mind that at all. We are chilling. Will you become my friend? I feel like a mutual investment agreement could be in our benefit here. Because you are a Council Republic. Cooperative ownership, Council Republic. Yeah, we've been forced communism on Britain. I think that's a win. Depression uprising. Against Scandinavia. Scandinavia, which is a puppet. Yes. North German. Okay. All right. Let us go ahead and put a cut in here. I think this next episode will be our last one. We're 8 years away. And I guess the only question is whether or not we can pull an autocracy swing, right? We can get technocracy, which is close. I don't know. No more parties. Maybe we just aren't able to get autocracy this game. Any other achievements we can go for? Gandhi, all technologies, communist movement, pro-country lobbies. Not really. All right, I guess we'll just write it out and try to get the biggest possible market that we can. So it's pretty good here. We also need to make sure we take all of Brazil here. So I think we'll have some aggressive expansion in our near future to end things out, building up our nation. So hope you guys enjoyed. I've been Sean Spooky News. As always, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.